Hello and welcome to the Matthew Alton Art channel again. Well, in the last video I was doing a portrait sketch in my Moleskine sketchbook and I was enjoying it, and I thought and said that I would probably do a portrait challenge where I did a portrait every single day for a certain length of time. I've decided to do a 7-day challenge, so this is the first video of that series, and if you are new here then do subscribe and you'll be notified when the next videos appear. Hopefully they will be arriving every day. That's the plan. I'm certainly going to do the sketches one a day, but maybe the videos might lag behind slightly, but I'll try and do them every day. So this is the first one, as I said. I'm using a reference photo of an artist on a Facebook group that I'm a member of, Portrait Artist of the Year. It's not an official Portrait Artist of the Year group, I don't think, but they do post reference photos for people to be able to draw from. You can see that I'm using a mechanical pencil again with a soft lead, so I bought different leads than the ones that came with the Nicpro pencils that I use. If you'd like to buy one of those pencils or a set of those pencils, then I'll leave a link to them in the description of the video. I am an Amazon affiliate, so if you do buy it through that link, I'll get a few pennies from the sale to help the channel. You can see how I've started. I've sort of roughly drawn in the shape of the head, although often that can change. And then I sort of start with one of the eyes and then look at where the other eye is in relation to the first one that I've added, and the nose. And when I'm drawing, I'm always looking for distances between things and angles between things. So if you start with one and get one thing correct, then you can sort of hang everything else off that if you have practiced enough, and I am quite practiced at this. Portraits are improving for me. I'm getting better at lightness. This is an okay lightness, I have to say, from the original photograph. You may think it's a bit of a funny expression, but the artist who posed for the photograph deliberately was opening one eye and raising one eyebrow and squinting with the other eye. And I thought it was an interesting thing to try and draw. I think this challenge is going to be about doing things that I'm not necessarily comfortable doing, because that's the point of it, practicing really, and exposing myself to all sorts of different expressions and that sort of thing. I use a putty rubber as well. I'll put a link to those in the description as well, the ones that I use. And also a mechanical, electric eraser as well for erasing fine detail. This one took about 45 minutes, I think, so quite quicker than I expected it to be, really. But yeah, it was good. And I think that's one thing, the more you practice, the better you are and the quicker you can get down most of the detail. They're not going to be polished drawings, these. They are very much going to be 45 minutes, an hour, that sort of thing. When you're doing a challenge, it's not about doing perfect work, it's about practice and filling sketchbook pages for me. When I look back at portraits that I was doing about 3 years ago, when I started in earnest trying to do art again properly, I was taking about the same time, but the work has definitely improved since then. I'll perhaps do a video at some point comparing what I'm doing now to what I was doing back then. Sometimes improvement is very small scale, but if you wait long enough and look back long enough, you can see a real improvement. Have any of you tried to do a challenge and challenge yourself in this way? I think it's really good for making you do work. I'd recommend it, certainly. Well, here is the finished sketch from day one of 7. Do subscribe if you're new here, and you'll be notified as I create the new ones, but there should be a new one every day, as I've already said, during this challenge. Overall, I'm really quite pleased with it, especially as it's a bit of a weird expression to do, and the likeness was okay. I think it's quite okay. The Moleskine sketchbook paper you can see is quite rough, which gives it an interesting texture, which I actually quite like. Some people might not like it, but I do quite like it. You can see that I've used the electric eraser to erase highlights in the hair, which I think works quite well. And this is the first one. So I'm hoping to get the next one out tomorrow. If you've enjoyed the video, then do give it a thumbs up and do put comments in the comments so that keeps me going. Sometimes when you do these challenges, when you get about halfway through, you could do with encouragement. So any encouragement is greatly received. And keep watching for the next one. Okay, see you soon. Bye.